Now we're going to learn how to prepare our file for printing and also create PDF files. And here we have a printing checklist that we can follow before we start designing our file. If you're going to print your file, it's always recommended that you start preparing from the beginning. So if you're going to print your file, you need to start by your file size. So for instance, if you're going to print an A3 file, don't design your file with an A4 file because you will be facing resolution problems later. And also make sure that you're using a resolution of 300 ppi pixel per inch and that you are setting your bleed area. And as you can see in that image in here, that bleed area is that extra area where it's not gonna be printed. However, we're gonna be extending our background or graphics within that area to make sure while our design is being trimmed, it's not missing any of its background colors, or you don't have any white borders or frames around your design from unprinted areas. So you can imagine that this will be your bleed area, that magenta area, and that dashed line will be trimming line where the blade will be cutting your design when it's being printed, and that blue area in here will be called safe zone, where you need to keep all your critical elements and text on white or away from that area, as trimming might be affecting that blue area. Then in our checklist, we need to make sure that we are using CMYK color mode, especially for offset printing or mass printing production, like printing maybe thousands of your design. Then finally, you need to be creating your PDF file, as it's the most recommended file format to deliver to your printer or your printing house. So now let's see how we can do that in action. We're going to be starting by creating our file. We're going to be pressing Command or Control N to create a new file. And now let's say we need to be printing an A4 poster. So we're going to be selecting Print and selecting A4. We can be adding bleed to our file size. Usually it's a 3mm around your design, which will translate into 6mm for width and height. So we can be adding 6mm to width and height plus 6, and same as well for height. You can change your orientation, and I'm gonna be selecting color mode CMYK. Make sure you are changing that one, as it's by default will be on RGB even if you are in printing or print presets. Then creating our file. And now let's go and grab our design from that file, unlocking that layer. That one is already an A4 file size, and we can double check that by pressing Alt or Option Command I. We can see that this one is already an A4 file size. We can be copying and pasting that layer. However, if your file is not the same, you can be enlarging that one a bit. Here you can see that we have already an A4 file size and we have 300 ppi for resolution. So don't need to adjust any of these dimensions. I'm going to be copying and pasting that layer, pressing cancel, pressing Command or Control C to copy that layer. Going back to our newly created document and pressing Command or Control V. Now it's pasted in center and we have that bleed area around our file. It's not a frame in this case. So we need to be creating guides for us so we can distinguish our design and also our bleed area. And we can easily do that by going to View, New Guide Layout. And I already have that one set to 3mm around our design. And you can do the same by applying columns and rows. And you can be selecting only one in number for columns and rows. And you can be clearing gutter, which is gutter width between columns. And what's really important in here is selecting margin with 3mm in top, left, bottom and right. Then you can be pressing OK. Now if we have our design file in layers, we can be enlarging our background by selecting our background layer and scaling that one up a bit all the way to the edge of our file. However, in that case we have that one as a JPEG. So I'm gonna be using the eyedropper tool to pick that color, pressing I. I'm gonna be selecting that color, creating a new layer below our design and filling that layer with that color, pressing Alt or Option key and backspace. Now we have our bleed area filled with the same background color. Now we are ready to save that one as PDF file by going to File, Save As, and we can be selecting Photoshop PDF format from our formats, renaming our file maybe to Adidas poster, and clicking Save. Here we have saving options for our PDF file. You can select from any of these presets in here. Now we have that one on high quality print, and we have those other presets as well. You can be selecting smallest file size, which could be nice for uploading online or presentation for a client. However, if you're going to be sending that one to a printer, you need to be selecting that preset PDFX1 2001, as it's the most common used file for printing and it's the most compatible one as well. So we can be selecting that one. And now we don't really need to be changing other settings as we're gonna be messing with our preset. However, let's quickly go through them and see what they are. Here we have compressing options, where we can be compressing instead to JPEG, to zip or none. And we have image quality options as well. And we have options for resolution as well. For images above 450 ppi will be reduced to 300 ppi. Then we have output, where you can be editing color conversion and also destination, where you can be changing your color profile. You can be selecting from any of these color profiles in here. Then you have security, where you can be adding a password for your document or adding restrictions to printing or making any changes to your PDF file. Then now let's save our PDF file. However, now we're not going to be sending that file to the printer. Instead, we're going to be sending another file including our trim marks. So let's go to File, and instead of selecting Save As, we're going to be selecting Print. And here we're not going to be printing that file. Instead, we're going to be saving also a PDF file. So first we need to be selecting our paper size, which should be bigger than our design's file size. So we're going to be selecting print settings. And here I'm using paper size A3, which is bigger than A4. And as you can see in that preview, it's going to be including your design. And also you can be setting a custom size if you would like to. Then from here you need to be selecting PDF, Save as PDF. And you can be changing your save as name or title, then clicking Save. And let's maybe add its size to save as A4 and hitting Save. Now our file is not created yet. We need to be printing that one. However, before we print that one, we need to be adding our crop marks. Then we have our trim and bleed area, where we can be scrolling down. First, make sure that you have center activated for your design and that you have full scale, and a scale to fit media is not selected as well. Scrolling down, here in functions we need to be adding our bleed area. So if I click bleed, we have width of 0. We can be adding 3 millimeters around our design, then hitting OK. Now we can be adding corner crop marks, which will be adding those trim marks around your design, as they will be guides for cutting blades. And also you can be adding center crop marks. If your design will be folded at center, you can be selecting that option. However, this poster will not be, so I'm gonna be disabling that. And you can be adding labels as well, which will be including your document's name at that area, or even you can be adding a description and edit that one to type your description in here for your printer to see while he's printing your file. So pressing cancel, we don't need to add any descriptions, disable that one. And also labels, we can keep labels for now. Now we can be hitting print to create that PDF file. Now we can go quickly and check that file. So here we can see that we have our crop marks and we have our label add. We can be zooming out, and now this file is ready to be sent to the printer.